Guru Nation, hopefully everyone's having a happy holidays. If you're watching this in the future, have a happy whatever day it is, okay? I really wish you nothing but the best, success, happiness. Thank you so much for following me and subscribing. Make sure you like and comment as well. If you don't know what to comment, robot emojis do help out, believe it or not. I wanted to do a quick video before I actually go live and have some Q&A stuff because there's a lot of questions in the email grab bag, in the LinkedIn grab bag, in the Instagram grab bag. It's how do you stay organized in clinical research? So as somebody who just recently became a study coordinator again, because I started a brand new site, Yuma Clinical Trials, I'm documenting that journey. So if you want to watch it, go on my YouTube channel, click on playlists, and then click on my new clinic journey and documenting my new clinic journey, something like that. You'll see before I hire any coordinator, and I have, shout out to Chloe, CRC Academy intern, and we'll end up hiring her part-time. She's a remote regulatory specialist for my site. So what she's doing, she's helping me. I'm getting all the regulatory documents. We're in startup mode, so I'm getting all the regulatory documents. That's the delegation of authorities log. That's the financial disclosure forms. That's the protocol signature page. That's all the training forms. There's tons of training for this study. There's different modules they have to do training for, like EDC, IWRS, which in our case is an IRT. Honestly, I don't even know what IRT stands for, but it's just like IWRS. It's where you screen, randomize, and assign investigational products to study subjects. There's trainings for all this stuff. And to make it even doubly difficult, I have two studies going on at the same time. They're sister protocols, but they have separate set of regulatory docs. So Chloe's been a huge help in helping me organize the electronic regulatory documents using Creo. So we use Creo for that. And she's also helping create the e-source as well. But keeping organized, because I'm not a very organized person. I feel like for me, the electronic regulatory does help me stay more organized. And a huge help is because I have an assistant helping me. If I had to do it myself, I'm not sure if my physical disorganization would still convert to, probably would still convert to my digital disorganization. So know your strengths, know your weaknesses if you're a site owner, but keep yourself on track. Some people have checklists for the essential documents that they need. I know that in our particular case, the CRO, I'm not going to mention them because I don't think they want to, but the CRO has a really good in-house CRA, and she's helping us stay on track. Like, hey, thank you for these documents we received. However, we're still missing this, and this. And that actually helps keep us on track because we have those documents. We just forgot to scan them. And in some cases, we even forgot to scan them to the electronic regulatory documents. So having a good in-house CRA is helpful as a site. It's also helpful as a CRA because your chances are you're working. And in the 2022 world, I predicted this, guys, back in 2016. I said, in the future, CRAs are going to be surrounded by a team that helps keep them organized because there is so much stuff. There's so much stuff in clinical research, whether you're a coordinator or whether you're a CRA. You've got, in the case of a CRA, you've got so many sites with all these essential documents you got to track. I mean, you think it's tough for me as a site. You know, I have one study, in this case, two studies, I got to keep track of. CRAs have to keep track of sometimes multiple protocols and multiple sites. So that's whatever essential documents I'm complaining about. The CRAs have 4 to 12 sets of these documents based on how many sites they have. So the in-house CRA, critical component of research. I think we're going to be hiring more in-house CRAs in the industry, we being the industry going forward, and I think more remote site monitors, and I think that's a perfect stepping stone to being a CRA. So that's one of the industry understands that keeping all these essential documents organized really is too much for even a CRC or a CRA to do. So they have in-house CRAs that do these things. Shout out to the in-house CRAs. You guys are much appreciated. Now that I'm actually getting my hands dirty and going through this stuff, I see how important the in-house CRAs are. So back to the topic. Well, the topic is in-house CRA appreciation. So shout out to you guys. Back to how I keep myself organized. I have a CREO, which I mentioned already, electronic regulatory, and I have an assistant dedicated to just this. Now, because my assistant is remote based, I have to physically go in person and get signatures because my site has not switched to electronic signatures yet for regulatory. We've done it for source, we haven't done it for regulatory. I think I'm going to talk to CREO about how we can actually set that up for future studies. But for now, it's literally me going to get signatures, delegation of authorities log from the PI, from the sub-Is, and then scanning all these things and sending them to the Chloe, the regulatory assistant, so she can scan everything or upload everything into CREO. That's just like 1/10 of my role as a site owner and 1/10 of my role. 1/10 of my role as a coordinator, probably 1/20th of my role as a site owner. As a coordinator, none of this matters. As a site owner, none of this actually matters. What matters is, am I going to be able to screen patients? Am I going to be able to randomize patients? Am I going to be able to retain patients? And the whole point of this video, I guess, is figure out how to organize your tasks if you're a site owner or a coordinator. Train people, because you need to focus on much more important things like where you're going to get patients from. What new specialists do you need to join your team? What other assessments for the protocol that are tough and challenging, and you need to focus extra time on making sure those things go smoothly? How are you going to retain patients? How are you going to train new staff? How are you going to bring on new studies to your site? That's the important stuff. This stuff is the necessary evil, like regulatory, startup regulatory, necessary evil, but figure out how to streamline it. I'm doing the best I can for my startup. We're definitely going to make a lot of progress because that's what startups do, unless they fail, which it's not going to be an option here. Guru Nation, you already know that, and you can follow me on this journey. But shout out to the in-house CRAs. Shout out to the coordinators, shout out to the site owners, and shout out to the CRAs. Take care.